loss of 3. Second down coming up. Running back the ball carrier. Gain of 2. Third down coming up. Brings up second down.
Keep. Go. Go. What? Motion. Move. Hit it.
The ball carrier is the running back. Loss of 1 on the play. Brings up third down. Loses 3. Running back with the carry. He's brought down at the 21. Second down coming up. With the carry, it's the running back. Loses 2. Third down coming up. Running back, the ball carrier. Loss of 3. Brings up second down. Running back the ball carrier. Gain of 15. That's a Panther first down. Ball carried by the running back. Loses 1. Second down coming up. Ball carried by the running back. Timeout by the offense. Gain of 26. That's the Panther first down. The pass to the tight end on first down was complete. Gain of 31 on the play. First and goal, Panthers. up, second down.
Blue 85. Blue 85. Right on the end.
The second down pass was complete to the tight end. Mark out of bounds at the 9-yard line. First and goal, Panthers. The first down pass was complete to the tight end. Gain of 6. It's now second and goal. The second down pass towards the tight end is incomplete. Brings up third down.
Black 18. Red 95.
The quarterback is taken down for a sack. A loss of 5 yards on the play. Offense is now set up in the red zone.
Go. Set. 5:53. Set.
The pass on first down was called by the receiver. Tackle is made at the 14-yard line. That's a Panther first down. The pass on first down was caught by the tight end. Picks up 6. Brings up second down. The pass on second down towards the tight end is incomplete. Third down coming up. The third down pass was complete to the tight end. A pickup of 8. First and goal, Panthers. Touchdown, Panthers. Number 4 hauls it in the end zone. The pass to the tight end on first down was complete. Pickup of 13. That's a Panther first down. The pass to the back on first down was complete. Picks up 1. Second down coming up. The second down pass to the tight end is incomplete. It's now third down. The pass to the tight end on third down was complete. He's brought down at the 32-yard line. That's a Panther first down. The first down pass towards the tight end is incomplete. It leads to second down. The second down pass was swatted away and falls incomplete. It's now third down. The third down pass towards the tight end is incomplete. tight end. Pickup of 14. That's a Panther first down. The pass on first down was caught by the tight end. Pickup of 11. That's a Panther first down. He's tackled at the 22. That's a Panther first down. Touchdown, Panthers. Number 4 with the catch and score. Loss of 2. Brings up second down. The pass on second down towards the back is incomplete. Brings up third down. Touchdown, Panthers. Number 4 makes the catch and takes it in for the score.
Next, you need to set the mental abilities that tie into your academics, leadership, and brand. You can upgrade these by completing objectives, and they'll activate or deactivate depending on how well you manage your weekly agenda.
Ready, ready! Rep, go, go! Down, ready! Black 18! Hey, move! Go, go! Ready, go! Ready, ready! 180, 180! Jet! Ready, go! Down, Jack, Jack! 1856 soldier! 1852 soldier! Go, go! Ready! Red 18, red 18! Go! Here we go, ready! Wide 53, wide 53!
And the Ducks will put boot to leather, and this will be the start of a new season. Fielded in the end zone. It's Smith. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. They'll start on the ground with Kamari Malton. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. You hate to see this, all of the work in the offseason and injury this early in the year. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Grabbed behind the line, it's Parker. Tripped up for the tackle.
And what a nice play by the DB. You have to understand, that wide receiver gets that ball that quick. It's tough to get him on the ground. Nice job getting a hold of him, getting him on the ground for no gain.
Got it set up on the outside. Found enough room to cross the 25 and out to the 27-yard line. That's not enough to move the chains. It'll be 4th down. The kick is on its way. Gonna field this one in tight quarters. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. With the catch, it's Bear. At midfield, he's got room. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Got his man downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. The Ducks right after the huge play through the air back to the line. The run inside. It's Hill. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll go right back to the run. Got some room entered to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! They're on the board first here in the season opener. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the capper came on the run to the end zone from the 13. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Hawkeyes offense heads out to start this drive. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Trying play action. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. It's complete on the right side. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38. The Hawkeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Give running right, it's Kamari. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Davis looking to pass. With the catch, it's Woods. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. And the Hawkeyes are marching down the field. Here's a give to Malton. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. It's complete to the right. Runs through a man. He might have space. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. The Hawkeyes have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Handoff for Malton. Nowhere to go, and the ball's loose. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
But one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Absolutely center cut. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Running inside, it's Hill. He finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw, it's Walls. Gets rid of it. Pulls it in, it's Bear. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to escape and get it himself. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. The Ducks will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. A little bit of feeling each other out there, down 7-3 as they open this drive. Quick release by the QB. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Give running right, it's Kamari. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now soften them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
He'll feel the punt and try to make something happen. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Davison. The margin for error is so small in this conference. It's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reese, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But, yeah, year in and year out, you know the mainstay.
There he goes. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chain. Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Walls. Under fire. He's sacked. This defense all over him. And the Ducks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Catch in the middle. It's Johnson. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Off the play fake on 1st down. Caught in the backfield. It's Hill. Brought down at the 10-yard line, and a nifty pickup after the grab on that one. The Ducks trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. In the red area, it's Davison. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Ducks!
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole, he saw it, he put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. A 69-yard touchdown drive, and they finish it off with the score from the 4. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The give on the counter. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Now the play fake. Makes the grab. It's Woods. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Here's a give to Malton. Maybe a crease. The 30. At the 20. Touchdown, Hawkeyes. He got loose, and it was lights out after that. This defense not only searching for answers, they're still searching for that running back.
And searching for angles. My goodness, this dude, he runs so fast, he erases angles. People trying to catch him, they didn't realize how much burners he had. He kicked it in gear, and there was no getting him.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they cut the lead to 14-10. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the capper came on that 62-yard run to the house. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Going to the running game. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking to throw, it's Walls. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And the pressure is going to get to him, and down he goes, and that's how the first quarter will end. Swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the 2nd. The Ducks will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. And here comes the Iowa offense ready to go to work. This is a game of swings and momentum and a great opportunity here after scoring on the last drive, getting a stop, and now you have the football back.
They're playing well right now in all three phases, and they're complementing each other. So now, David, it's up to the offense here. It's up to this quarterback to lead this offense down the field to get a score.
Yeah, and to stay aggressive, to understand we've had success, we got this going the right way. Now I don't need to change anything. Go back to your go-to plays. That's now got you some momentum back in your favor.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the first down. The run inside. It's Moulton. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Nice stiff arm there, but the defense still able to stop him for a short gain. The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this 3rd down. Takes it down to the 41-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down. And the Hawkeyes are moving quickly down the field. On the run, it's Phillips. All right, guys, let's talk Iowa. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry-pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
Handoff for Malton. There's a crease. He now has 91 yards rushing in this 1st half, and he is making quite the impression in the opener. Davis will throw. He's got him along the sidelines, and the foot is clearly down for the catch, and they'll move the chains. The Hawkeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Reads it, fires complete. Could not make his way to the corner. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Off play action. Fires downfield. Got it in the middle, it's Woods. Shakes a man and he might take off. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Phillips. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Iowa!
Anytime you've got a successful run play on the ground, you've got to have great blocking up front. The offensive line, receivers, everybody doing their job. And that helped lead to the home run.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And the score came on an impressive run from the 20. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Got his man down the middle.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to pass, it's Walls. Fires to the tight end. First catch of the season as this freshman tight end wastes no time getting involved. And the Ducks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Using his legs, it's Davison. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. This drive's been productive so far. Already picked up a couple of first downs, now out close to midfield. To the ground. He's got it again. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. The play-action fake. Got his man in the middle. Shakes off the defender. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke. Not much room to run. A defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. Extending the play. Breaks into the open. He hits the slide, and he's got enough to convert that 3rd down. Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Wide receiver comes in motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. That is the senior offensive lineman who's shaken up. Holly Rowe will check on his condition. After losing a couple of yards, it's now 2nd and 12 as they try to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. It's complete to the left. And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Got a little grass. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Ducks!
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And it was capped off with an impressive 16-yard run for the score. Coming out with it, it's Smith. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Catch in the middle, it's Diaz.
Good job reading the defense by the quarterback on that RPO feed. He waited to see how the defense was going to play the run. He saw defenders bite up close to the line of scrimmage, and right away he knew he had the slant throw right in behind him.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Off the play fake. Makes a catch. Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds. Got it done in the passing game on the last play. Let's see what they do on 1st down. Running inside. It's Moulton.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Davis looking to pass. He's out across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and execution continues to be key. They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Creates a little room. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. He's up to 107 yards on the ground, and with that run, he eclipses the 100-yard mark in this season opener. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. They'll run play action. Here comes the heat. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. The Hawkeyes call a timeout. It's their first. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. And the Hawkeyes will have it 1st and 10. That's caught. It's Diaz. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Fires to the wideout. And the third down pass is incomplete. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. He boomed it through a 50-yard field goal, showing off that powerful leg.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Looking to pass, it's Walls. Fires to the middle. Got a man, it's Bear. They bring him down, but not before he gets a first down at the 35. So much for the tough field position. One play, and you're already to the 35. To the air on first down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We start with Appalachian State taking on the number 18 team, the Boise State Broncos. And it's the Mountaineers coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week, pushing them to 1-0 on the short season. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now back to your game inside Autzen Stadium in Eugene. And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. Two workhorse running backs who just kept pounding the rock behind offensive lines who look less like college kids and more like bulldozers. Call it ground and pound, call it pin and pummel. Both sides have been dominant, and I'm curious to see if either defense can make an adjustment. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in Autzen Stadium.
The Hawkeyes will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
So the officials spy that face mask penalty, and the offense gets a first down. They go to the counter. Could be an alley. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. The delay of game pushes the offense back. First down for this offense. To throw, it's Walls. Fires on the move. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. The Ducks will snap it on 1st and 10. Running the red zone, it's Davison. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Hill. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Under fire. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. And this will be a bit of a challenge, a 46-yard attempt from the right hash. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. That gives it a little breathing room, now up 24-20.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Bringing it back. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Their first possession of this 3rd quarter, still trailing. Defense did just force a field goal, and we'll see if they can grab some momentum with this drive. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Davis will throw. Fires to the big fella. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on 3rd down here in Austin. He's going to have enough to pick up the 1st down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. Well, look what's happening now. Old Uncle Mo has hit the transfer portal and is changing sidelines. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. And the Hawkeyes are flying down the field. Off play action on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Phillips. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. The Hawkeyes can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. On the run, it's Phillips. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? They'll try to bully their way for the 1st. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Hawkeyes back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They're going to test the right side with this one. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Trying play action. Pressure coming. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Working that left side now. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. They've got to get the football to the 32 to pick up the 1st down. Davis looking to pass. Punts it out of the air. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. The Hawkeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. They've got a really good drive going, but a little speed bump here at 2nd and 13. Back to pass. Using the quick game. Oh, he's getting ahead of... Touchdown, Hawkeyes! And with that one, they jump on top here in the 2nd half.
This receiver is dangerous because of what he can do after the catch. Once he has the football, he is so good at making defenders miss. You saw it on that play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And the final 34 yards covered by that touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's Griffin. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. The run inside. It's Davison. Oh, he's got some space. That defense got gas, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. You look to be backed up, and then suddenly you're not. Big play has them across the 50, and they'll have it 1st and 10. Got it in the middle. It's Johnson. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Could not make his way to the corner. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Walls. On target. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. The Ducks will snap it on 1st and 10. Running inside. It's Davison. Knocked down at the 29 after a pickup of 4. They'll stop the clock to have a look at the injured Hawkeyes. That is the freshman defensive end that they're very excited about. They're hoping that he's able to return to the game shortly. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Makes the grab on the left. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the 1st down. And the Ducks go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Caught over the middle. It's Johnson. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. So close to cashing it in for this offense. A 1st down run on the doorstep. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They're working that left side. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. They played keep away with the football, but if this defense can make one more stop on 3rd and goal, they might force a field goal attempt. Got his man on the right. He'll be stopped short. It'll be 4th down, and let's see what the decision is here. Instead of opting for the chip shot field goal attempt and tying the game, these guys... And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon. His 3rd touchdown of this game and his 3rd on the season.
Well, they didn't overthink that one. 4th and goal down close like that. You just turn around, Dave, and hand it off to the big fella and let him do the rest.
And a lot of times in these situations, 4th down and goal, you see quarterbacks sneak so much. They trust the big running back and know he's going to drive his feet forward, finish the run, and get the touchdown.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. From inside the 15, here's the return. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. One final play before the end of the quarter. Out of the gun, the give to the back. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the 3rd. As we head to the 4th quarter, this guy is seeing the defense. Look how he spread the ball around. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Davis will throw. Looking to the big tight end. The sure hands, it's Woods. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. First down here as we dive into the college football season, a week 1 clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Pulls and fires it complete to the right.
Yeah, and what a nice job seeing it, reacting, and throwing. When you run these RPOs, you want to read the defense really quickly. Is he playing run? Okay, boom, I'm going to throw the slant right behind him. Nice job by the QB.
Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22. They'll stop the clock to have a look at the injured Hawkeye. There's never a good time for it, but man, do you hate to see it in the first game of the season. And the Hawkeyes come to the line needing just inches for the first down. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got some room to run at the 30, past the 10, and it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Ducks! What a play by this defense with a pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the point after is good. On the run from inside his own 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. They'll move the wide receiver. Gonna run it. It's Phillips. He's gonna lose a yard on that one. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Davis looking to pass. It's complete to the left. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this 3rd down. Pulls it in. It's James. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And he just flat missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw. Now the play fake. Snagged out of the air. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. The Hawkeyes have their offense in high gear. Looking to throw again. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Caught in the backfield. It's Parker. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the 1st down. 3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught. And he fights his way, but they'll stop him just short of the line to gain. It's 4th down. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. At this point in the game, and this crowd knows this is a huge field goal attempt. And he got it! And now it's a one-possession game.
Well, you're always going to wonder what woulda, coulda, shoulda happened on 4th and inches had they gone for it. But with this kicker, I like taking 3 points and putting it on the board.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2. So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. Back to throw, it's Walls. Using his legs to buy some time. He breaks a tackle. They'll bring him down, but not before he put people in the spin cycle. The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Soften him up with a run, now to throw. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
I'll tell you, when this guy's in a rhythm, he never misses. And you've seen that in this game. Very, very accurate up to this point. That time, though, a little bit out of rhythm, and I think that's why he missed that throw.
Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. It's 3rd and 5. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. Makes a connection. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. The Ducks, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Just a short pass to the tight end. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down. And the Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Looking to throw on 1st down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Finds his man. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the direct snap, it's Hill. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Iowa spends his 2nd timeout here. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. Back to throw, it's Walls. Steps away. And he is corralled short of the line to gain. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And it's good! And now the lead is even bigger.
That's a big drive for this offense in the 4th quarter. Now to take a 2-possession lead, you got the other offense where you want it. Now you get to rush the passer, make them pass a little bit more, and don't give up those big plays. You're in a really good spot now.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Fires to the tight end. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming. And the Hawkeyes can really attack on this 2nd and short. Bought a little time, lets it go. That's caught, it's Woods. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. He goes right back to the air. Makes the grab. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46. The offense sets up shop at the 46 on 1st down. Wants to throw it again, and why not? Quick strike complete. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down. Here's the pressure. Working that left side now. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. Wants to throw it again. Complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Hawkeyes go back to work after moving the chains through the air. from the red zone, looking for a space. Firing to the right, complete. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Chunked it away just as he was hit.
Well, they're not able to hook up on that throw, but they need to score now. This juncture of the game, this late in the game, they need a touchdown, they need an onside kick recovered, and they need to score again if they're going to win. The sense of urgency is just off the charts.
Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. And the Hawkeyes, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. The throw. Makes the grab on the left. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. Timeout call by the offense. 29 seconds left on the clock. Give him 6 and give them a chance with the late touchdown. Still alive in this one.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
So the first part of the job is done. They got the touchdown. Now for the 2 to make it a field goal game. Trying to pound their way in. He will be stopped short, just shy of the goal line, and the 2-point conversion attempt will fail. Just over 20 seconds to play. They must recover this onside kick to have a chance.
Well, they got their hands team out there for a reason, and that's why in these situations you put receivers, tight ends, and dudes that can hold on to the football, knowing that, hey, all we got to do is recover this onside kick, and, David, we win the game.
And, man, this is such a low percentage play, right? Like, it's so hard to kick an onside and actually have it bounce correctly and go right. You're right. They put the right players on the field. They didn't get the good bounce, and this one's over.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The delay of game pushes the offense back. On the ground, it's Davison. Might have a chance. And tackled there by the defense.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
You waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board, get back on the practice field, try and iron out these wrinkles. It's a long season ahead. A lot to play for.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.